This week's book does not read like traditional Western literature, and it shouldn't, because it's not. Let's talk about the book that I read this week from our Reading Across Africa challenge. If you are new here, my name is Lee, and I'm reading a book from every independent country in Africa in 2022. And this week's book is The Ultimate Tragedy. This is the first and only book to be translated into English from this country. I really enjoyed this week's book. I had some likes and I had some dislikes, so let's talk about them. First, let's start with the synopsis of the book. In this story, we follow Nadina on her coming of age journey. This story starts with our main character leaving her village and going to the city to find work, after being told by a local magic man that she is cursed. She does eventually find work as a house girl or a maid, but the experience is nothing short of shocking, as she is mistreated not only by the mistress but also her husband. As a religious ploy to save the natives, the mistress has a change of heart and starts to treat her better. We watch the main character overcome lots of battles, but I'm going to leave it at that to avoid spoilers. What I like about this book is the author's ability to show us a window into a world of a country that we don't know a lot about. Although sometimes harsh in its delivery, I thought that the way that the author showed the internalized racism and racism going on in the country was really enlightening. I did, however, struggle with the different storylines. It almost seemed like 3 different books coming into one. This was not necessarily an issue, but the transitions from each of those stories felt hard to follow. My only other critique was wondering who was this book actually written for? It's originally written in Portuguese in a country that only 14% of the people actually speak this language. And those people, you guessed it, are the privileged white individuals. Most individuals within this country wouldn't even be able to read this book, which was only the 2nd book published in this country. Now that's a true tragedy. This book highlights a country's fight for independence. I truly did enjoy this book. Have you read this book? Are you interested in reading this book? Let me know in the comments. If this is something that interests you, please follow for more. And I will see you all next week.
Next up, Guinea.